Alrighty, welcome to the second game between the guys playing the orange Terran 586082. I am playing the blue Protoss pTm. Okay, this is the second game between the guys, and last one was won by the number guy. Okay, I promised to call him 586, but actually I took liking for this number guy thing. So I will call him number guy. That's cool, man. I mean, if you play with such a stupid name, yeah, if you're playing with such an exotic name, wow, that's what I wanted to say about this Google corrector. Anyway, so if you're playing with this name, then well, you might expect someone else just to come up with a funny solution how to call you. So number guy is opening up with with a Rex and supply depot, nothing crazy, no mid-build rush, bunker rush or anything else, but normal style, which is valid for pTm as well, because instead of opening up with a quick attack mid-build rush, he's opening up with 2 gates at home. So nothing too crazy from his side as well. Right now he's probably just starting the scouting in the wrong direction, or in a strange direction. Well, he just wanted to be safe, wanted to check if he should expect any rushes by the other player from the middle. But he's safe for that, and also knows that the number guy is not in the other, not in the facing part of the map. Okay, this depot will serve as a defense. Usually 10 rounds get a choke by building 2 Rex here or 1 Rex and depot, it depends. 2 Rex are of course better, but this is also a nice option. Just it's more costly, so it's okay. Well, supply depot. Well, it's alright, yeah. If he just closes this section by 3 depots, is also nice, but of course Rex are more effective, but supplies are more cost efficient, of course cheaper to build, and then of course they can also serve just to get supplies. So well, in the long run, getting supplies as a choke, it's nice, it's okay, but well, you have to close it. So this SCV went outside. Okay, I just expected that just to block the way and remain, or yeah, just stay there in front of the Marines just to block the zealots, which he didn't. So this scouting SCV now just sees that no fast gas. pTm is not mining gas at the moment, but rather what he does is proxy pylon here just to make cannons, which is a nice option. So as a Protoss player, what you can do against a Terran player who just camps is to get cannons, because these cannons will just make sure he comes outside. So the cannon is excuse me. So the cannon is how to put it, is a Terran activator. Like if a Terran player just sits inside his base and gets choke up, well, one cannon or 2 cannons, and of course he just wants to come outside and stop that, because if the cannon is finished, then of course the cannons can shoot this choke, and then once the way is cleared, then the zealots or any ground units can come and attack the units, and well, they are not really protected anymore. but the cannons were spotted well, and the number guy just attacked in time. Yeah, pTm is reacting quickly here. He saw fire bat. Okay, this yeah, bat rush is discovered. But if well, never mind. Just wanted to say that if Steam is finished, then he can just send this fire bat quickly. But the cannons were there, and they would have killed that fire bat if the probes are dodged. Also, so right now he really tries to. So the Terran player tries to save this barrack, which is a nice option because if he saves that, then of course he will be able to still use it for later purposes, which is to kill the probes. Okay, pTm is focusing on this, and he really wants to get rid of the barracks. It's really an annoying thing for the Protoss player, especially if the firebats are steamed and they are going towards main. Let's see. Okay, that those. Oh my God, what's happening? Yeah, he just wanted to wait for the medics. Okay. So the medics arrived and the firebats are now on steam. But yeah, those cannons. Just what I wanted to say. So what I said some minutes ago, that if the probes are dodged, then of course these two cannons can easily shoot the fire bats. So this project is cancelled, and the Terran player has to focus on the macro game, big macro game, and that's why the extra command centers are made here. But the barrack was lifted, it's a nice touch. Just a scout, but unfortunately it was low on health and wasn't really able to scout with that. Two extra nexus. So both these guys are getting some extra command center nexus just to be able to get a huge macro game up. Okay, this is a nice thing to do. So as a Terran player, you can just try to close the Protoss, and the turret is a must, because you might not know whether they are going on with fast DTs, and Dark Templars without vision can, well, just one by one kill these bio units. Okay, he decides to come inside and continue the harassment at least. Okay, the DTs are just right here, and no turrets are up. So if Terran player is not scanning, then these units will die instantly. He's not really seeing that, and okay, now he will discover. He must discover this. Yeah. Well, it's late. It's too late, and now he knows that DTs are out. So he's okay with this because he has a turret right here. This choke is not perfect, so this choke should be a bit better. But anyway, pTm just turns back, and okay, we'll use this shuttle just to drop the Dark Templars inside of Numbers guy's base. Okay, he's doing a nice job. He's just dodging this section and doesn't want to come from here, from the obvious direction. But let's see if he has time. Let's see if the number guy has time just to build turrets. He just started them right now, but this shuttle is coming, and this is a nice timing for Orange just to start the turrets. And since the shuttle doesn't have speed upgrade, he might not be able to come on time. One turret is finishing, so okay, still he managed to unload these Dark Templars. So even though the turret was up, and he managed to drop these Templars, but since he has 2 scanners, it will be easy for him to find these DTs. Especially if they are going toward the missile turret. Anyway, another good thing that we can see now is this extra base from pTm. If you are not really able to kill Terran in the first phase of the game, and if the Terran gets a choke up, then what you can do is start a new base outside somewhere else with gateways, and then this can really surprise the Terran player. Because okay, well, the situation is a bit lucky for Terran because he's under the Protoss, and of course he will be close. So this encampment here would be more useful if the Terran player is somewhere else, a bit more far away. For example, here, because if he leaves the base, if the Terran player leaves this base and gets all his units up here, tanks sieged up and so on, then of course he doesn't have a defense up right here, and it takes more time. Okay, just one moment. The shuttle is just coming inside, and the Templar was unloaded too early, and okay, this drop failed. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that so the units are, when they are attacking, they are right here, leaving the base almost empty, and units from the extra base can just flood inside. But from here, yeah, for example. But this time the Terran player is of course under the Protoss player, and that's why those units will come from here, and they will be closer to the choke. And that's why these units cannot really surprise the Terran player, because he will be close here. I mean, yeah, he will be here, and then of course he has just time just to get home, get here. So it's really good for him. I mean, for the Terran player. The idea is there. I like the idea, but it's not really effective. If the other player is next to you in the surrounding base, then this kind of thing might not really work well, because the other player still has time to get home and just kill those surprise units. Anyway, we will see. Blue is coming outside, which is a bit of a mistake. You should, okay, so it's a bit of a mistake because he will reveal himself too early. And now the Terran player will know that there is an extra base and he can just search for that. Well, if he has the possibility, because this attack is nice. Okay, that's why pTm wanted to come on side early, because he had units from this base as well. And yeah, that was a nice attack eventually, because, well, he could attack from 2 directions, from the front and from the behind, and he managed to surround the Terran units. So this worked out well until he stopped. Well, okay, Orange had enough units. He would have survived, but I would have just tried to attack some more. Anyway, he decided to stop and get cannons up here. That's what he will do most probably, get some cannons. He just wants to stop units coming outside and discover this new base. So that's why he's adding some cannons now. He wants to be safe, wants to get some time, buy enough time to be able to build up here, and then get surprise units. But right now the timing is perfect on the part of Orange, who is just coming outside with these tanks. And I must say that pTm might be in trouble, if this drop, which is being prepared, is not successful, then, well, a maxed out Terran with some upgrades is really deadly. Let's see the upgrades of pTm. Well, there's an attack upgrade, which you can say is not really good, but compared to previous game, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. Okay, in the last game, pTm didn't have any upgrades till about the, well, even after 50 minutes in the game. Okay, the Templar is unloaded, the Storm is cast, and even though some SCVs were dodged, this drop was nice. But the problem is that Orange has economy, and he's just attacking now with these units. So pTm has to focus on this extra base and get as many units as possible. And Orange is doing a great job. He's not taking all his units. He leaves those units here, and that's why revealing himself was not really a good idea. So revealing himself so early was not a good idea by pTm, because yeah, he was not prepared. He left these units here. So these extra units are not really able to save. Oh my god, so yeah, he was not really able to save his main base. It took a lot of time for the Zealots just to arrive here, because knowing that Blue has an extra base, Orange just left these units right here. And then Blue had to deal with them. So this attack is really nice for Orange. He managed to kill several probes, and now pTm is low on economy. And that's why he's not really able to utilize... Well, yeah, okay, he has some Zealots, but these were both from the minerals he had earlier. But right now he doesn't really have the economy just to make more units. So right now he really has to survive and make probes. 2 upgrades for Orange, and still one on the attack for pTm. Alright, I believe pTm was able to come back to the game and stabilize for the time being, but newer Zealots are attacking now, and I'm not sure if this was a good idea for pTm, because he will lose now all these Zealots, and now he's not really so. I would have focused on stabilizing and adding more gateways here as well. And then once your probes are back, your economy is fine, and you have enough gateways. Then after that, you could have attacked. So Orange is maxed out at the moment. And his macro is relatively nice, because he's maxed out but doesn't have overmines, so 6000 it's good, it's nice. And also almost 2k gas is also nice. So Orange is doing a nice job with the macro. And these tanks, okay, that's the end, because this main probes were lost and the main is going down. Will mean the end for the Protoss player, because right now, without probes, without a main, will put you in a hard situation. So pTm is still trying to get some units and make Zealots, but deep inside he knows that this game is over anytime soon. Just a few probes left. Okay, that's it. GG.